Welcome back at the second round of FIDE World Women Team Championship 2021. I'm Keti, this is Stuart, and we're happy to be back.
Yeah.
So,
looking forward to the second round. First round was exciting. And I think
it'll be the second round as well.
But this is just the first day, so I don't know if they've started yet.
Yes.
But
we have to take a look at the
pairings
now. Let's take a look which is the most interesting
Georgia
match.
against Kazakhstan, I think, is going to be a tough one.
Look at my girls doing all the shows for us. They're playing against Kazakhstan, and Team Kazakhstan, they have amazing young generation, and they're fighters, and this is going to be a really interesting match.
Sure.
Two of my favorite teams are facing right now each other. Georgia has really hard time. First Ukraine, now Kazakhstan.
Right.
Not easy, we should say.
Okay, but they beat Ukraine.
Yes. Yes. And then we have Spain against India. Armenia will play against Azerbaijan.
All right.
SFR will play against France. Poland will face Germany. And FIDE Americas will play against Ukraine. So this is the situation now. Let's take a look at the playing venue and check out the situation there, what is happening.
There we are. Okay.
Right.
And the games, have they started? Or?
Yeah, they have already started, I think. Yes, we have a lot of moves actually, and here we have Lizzie Pats for Germany first board against Jolanta Zawadzka. So she's playing for the first board. Usually Monika Sochko is the one who plays for Team Poland for the first board.
She played, didn't she, in round one? She played.
Yes. And now they have a different strategy. They put Monika at the third board, as I remember, in the first match. And we're going to take a look if they have some changes as well in here. So what do you think, which match we should be focused on?
I'll let you choose. And I mean, of course, Georgia for sure. We definitely want to keep an eye on that.
Yeah. We can take a look at Nana and Jansaya game. This is very interesting. Nana had such a hard time in the first round against Anna Muzichik, but she survived. And
when she came back, she fought, and yeah, she got a draw.
Yes. So here we have the Grünfeld defense, and we have G3 set up against Grünfeld. Should be okay for both sides.
Yeah, it's a theoretical position now. So black has many moves now. E5 is one move, rook E8. Moves like A5, black can play a waiting move. So let's see which one she chooses. I've played this position a couple of times. Yeah? Yeah.
So you play a Grünfeld?
Yeah, now and again I used to, yeah.
Used to.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be...
So they've just started, more or less.
Yeah, they're just starting the moves. We can maybe go to the next board, and here we have, with white pieces, Dinara Sadikasova against Nina Tsatsalashvili. And here we have the Catalan bishop on G2, but there is no D4 move.
No.
So they went the...
From an English opening, I suppose.
English opening, yes. From English opening, and black also tries to develop the queen side first. Usually we're trying to develop the king side first in most of the openings to quickly castle and bring this king into the safety, but understandable here in these positions, because this bishop is such a problem for black, right? So and it actually came from black was pretty much forced to do that because there were some checks. Bishop d7 was played here, and now knight.
It's kind of main line, I think.
Okay.
All right.
We can go to the next board of this match. Maybe we can find. Yes, we can find the next. And here we have. This is in fact fourth board. Gulmina Daumatova against Lela Javahishvili.
Okay. And black has played queen d8 e7. Very level-looking position. This is some kind of Lopez Spanish opening, yeah?
Yeah, quite peaceful position.
Peaceful start.
Yes,
peaceful start.
That's what you expect from very strong teams, right? You don't see any let's see first.
Especially with black, because like I say, with black in a 4-game, 4-board match, you just want to be solid as black. Have a solid opening.
So what do you think? Georgia is the one who is playing for a win, because they are rating favorites in this match.
Right.
And how they're like? What about Team Kazakhstan? They're fighting for win for sure. And what do you think? Which boards they are counting on?
I'm not familiar with the two bottom boards, but I think, like I said, they're young players. I'm sure they're in a good team spirit, you know.
Yeah.
And probably playing in a fast time control suits them.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
So let's see. I mean, Kazakhstan for sure are looking to qualify for the next stage, for the knockout section, knockout stage.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's I mean, the priority is to qualify, isn't it, from this
from the
pool,
pool,
from the pool, to be in the top 1, qualify for the KO.
That's true, because in the end, when they qualified to the playoff system, all these results will not really count.
They will not really count.
None of the games.
So if you finish first in your pool or you finish fourth,
doesn't really matter.
Doesn't
it's
really matter.
just how you feel. Like,
sure.
I got this. I got
Sure.
the first place. I'm in good shape, but you also might spend too much of energy, right? All these players. So I think they might have some sort of strategy to save some energies for the later.
Well, especially in the second game of the day, which this is, the second matches of the day, I think people will be a bit more solid. Maybe the first game's more take more chances.
Yeah.
We saw some interesting openings.
Yeah, we did. 94, remember?
Yeah, 94, that's right, yeah.
Yes. All right, this is the 4th board of the Team Georgia against Kazakhstan.
All right.
And here we have this situation. White also just went to these sidelines and flanked both bishops on G2, B2. White didn't really fight for the center.
No, it's just a quiet start to the game.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, it's okay. Lots can happen. Rook E8, black just played. Rook E8 to play E5, of course, is the idea. Which, yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah. Most of the matches are very important. The last boards, right? Because the first boards they have the strongest players, and the last boards are the most important. For match points for the teams.
Okay, let's see.
They're counting on these players, right? If they have them.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, it looks quite peaceful, this one.
There we see Nana in the image there playing white.
Let's get back in this game for a moment. So Jansaya decided to play knight and A5 and then C6. But before that, she did E5, which you mentioned.
I think she played Rook E8 first and then E5, yes.
Yes. So everything under control, is that? B4, wow.
B4, all right. So which is going to force knight to C4.
Yeah, this move should be played immediately just to save some time, right?
And then she's going to take on C6, right? And I imagine. And then maybe Rook D1 or something like that. We'll see. Still, I think well-known position probably for both players, I imagine, within their repertoires.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, quite interesting. I like the knight on C4. It's also guarded with the knight. And I'm not happy with this bishop.
That's
here,
right.
it's
That's
locked.
right.
It's just locked over here. And White has to come up with some ideas.
White also has a C5 square. Maybe it moves like knight E4 to C5, possibly.
A4 or E4.
Or A4.
Yeah, both ways just to get on C5. Yeah, looks interesting.
Okay.
I expect here to be like tied 2-2.
You think?
Yes, yes. As for them, this is just a division. This is just a qualifier to the next division. So maybe they will go a bit easy, all those players. Shall we go to the next match?
Sure.
Here we have the first board of Ukraine against FIDE Americas. 4 Black, 1 White. 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 I'm not sure that this is the current position.
So Anna Musicuk with black against Daisy Conley, correct?
Yes.
From Peru.
Yes. Yeah, we don't have here any moves. Maybe we move to the second board, and here we have Maria Musicuk against Carolina
Lujan from Argentina.
So they switched the places. Daisy was playing second board, and Carolina was playing first board.
Oh, I didn't realize that one is allowed to change the order. You can change the order of your team.
Yeah,
like the person on board 3 can play on board 1 the next match.
Yeah. Seems like they can do that.
So here, what do we have? Some, again, Sicilian with bishop b5 Sicilian. But then d4 came a bit later on. So it's kind of an open Sicilian, but with bishop to b5 on move 3, which is unusual, I think. White's move.
Yeah, White just made a move. I suppose that's c4. We're going to see that move on the board soon.
Oh, she played c4, yes?
Yes, that's...
Maria.
Yeah. So maybe we can check out the third board. So this is the third board. Earlier we had no game of Ushanina. She managed to win against Arbiza. And now we have another.
This is a Queen's Gambit accepted, this game.
Is it?
Yes, yeah.
All right. Yeah, we don't see much of this opening nowadays, right? Accepted.
But it's I think it's a solid opening. It's sometimes chess openings come into fashion and go out of fashion again.
Yeah,
so
do you think,
but not for any special reason.
That's this series played a big role that people started to play the accepted Queen's Gambit or not?
I don't know, maybe.
You know what? There, like many people were like contacting me on internet and asking me if I can give a lesson, if I can teach them Queen's Gambit because they watch
because of the
series.
Yeah.
And like, are you sure you want to learn Queen's Gambit?
Sure.
And they wanted to learn that. So what about this? Once again, we have these knights on c4 and b6, just like in the game of Shansaya and Nana. I like these knights here, and look at this d5 square for the other knights.
Bishop f4, look, just been played. Bishop f4. So white has a bit more space for the pawn on e5. And yeah. What should black play? Knight d5, maybe?
Looks nice. Knight d5, d5.
Why not?
Yeah, white's bishop, this one is not really happy piece on f4. This doesn't have any targets.
No, it's, well, it's because of the sensors blocked and everything. Or black could do something else, I don't know. But or something crazy like g5 instead of knight d5, maybe.
I like that.
You like g5, yeah?
I like that, g5. And if bishop gets in here, then maybe even h5.
Sure, sure.
Let's see.
Might be the right way to play, yeah?
Yeah.
g5. Especially in a rapid game, in a quick game.
Yeah, here's a huge rating difference, 2400 plus to 2100 plus. So what do you think, what could be, like what would be your strategy, like when you play lower rated player? Would you go like more like quiet game and outplay opening, maybe in the end game? Or do you just try to get a sharp position and...
I don't know, try not to look at the ratings too much, or probably against, if you're playing somebody a bit lower rated, you try not to play main lines, try not to, yeah, you can maybe take a little risk, play a sideline, play something a little bit, like it's black maybe here to play g5 would be good, if you're the higher rated player against the lower rated.
Yeah.
Look for some imbalance.
Yeah.
That's the way to beat people, is to get some kind of imbalance and pose problems.
That's right.
Without taking too many risks, which is the other side, isn't it?
Yeah, when I play with a lower rated player, I don't like to take too much risks because you know they can accept that. I might have some problem.
Did she play G5?
Let's
Not yet.
refresh it. There was 95.
Oh, okay, 95.
You're very good at guessing the
Wow.
moves.
Sometimes.
Very good. 95. Black is not going to capture that bishop, right? It's just, unless d4 pawn is...
I think the other reason was that because white was going to play maybe b3 and the knight on c4 had no good squares. So now the knight can go back to b6.
So this can be black's idea.
And black holds his d5 square.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect square. Yeah.
So that was really why I wanted to play 95. Yep.
And yeah, black just is not in a hurry to.
Well,
to castle.
sometimes black castles queenside in these systems. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but probably not in this example. I don't think.
Yeah, that's right. So this is, I think, third game, and you can get the fourth game really quickly. And
This is FIDE Americas versus Ukraine. So FIDE Americas, we should tell people, it's a team of from Latin America, from different countries.
Yeah, yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
okay.
Like they've never played in the same team. They're just now teamed up.
Sure.
And they know each other for sure, but not as a team members, more like maybe opponents.
Right.
Because they have played probably some team competitions
So
against
Peru,
each other.
Argentina, and so on. Yeah. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, good.
Interesting. We're living in the same hotel, and I have seen them having lunch together, and they are very friendly. They know each other quite well, so you don't really feel that they are not from the same country, because yeah, seems like they know each other quite well.
Now, this was definitely a French defense. This game.
Yeah, I would not
Just from the pawn
even
structure.
bet. I wouldn't even bet on that, because yeah, this is exactly. I agree with that.
French defense for sure.
Yeah.
So, the last move was knight g1 to h3.
Is white going for knight g5 and then h5 attack?
Or knight f4 and h5.
Knight f4.
Or knight f4 and h5. Sure.
Yeah. Looks nice. Queen f7 was played here. Seems like she wants to play queen f5 next
And
move.
just offer a trade.
Yeah, for trade. Why not? If there's
Solid.
a queen attack. Yeah.
Do you play the French defense
No.
sometimes? No?
No, never. Yeah, I'm not e4 player, and with black I go Sicilian or Caracan. So, do you recommend me to play?
No, I was just I hardly played it myself.
You never played.
But you know, I'm looking at knight g5 here, for example. If knight g5 and queen f5, which it must be. Oh, she played queen e2. I was going to say if knight g5, queen f5, then queen e2, and then white simply threatens to play g4, and the queen would be trapped.
Oh, nice. I
on,
like
on
that.
f5, you know, so.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, here the problem of black is this bishop, right?
Sure.
It's just out of the play. And white has a clear plan here, what is going to attack on the king side. Maybe not castle yet. Just keep the king here in the center. And black's plan is not that much clear here.
Yeah. That's true, yes. I think you need to have a real feel for these positions. Unless you play the French defense and you're really comfortable,
Yeah.
it's quite hard to... okay, bishop d7. I think black can also try to play on the queen side with a5, b5, b4 to kind of open up and exchange some... Try to open lines on the queen side. And then b4.
Yeah,
Because white has the advantage in the center and on the other side of the board. There's not much black can do, I don't think.
Yeah.
So as a kind of counterplay, I would expect that
Yeah.
as a reasonable plan.
Yeah, looks like a nice plan here. Right. So in this pool we have another match, and that match is Poland against Germany.
Poland, Germany, right?
Yeah, we can take a look at the game of Jolanta Zawadzka against Elizabeth Pats.
So is Monika Sochko playing in this match or not? Or is she resting?
So
They
this is
change boards.
yeah. So I think the second board I saw. Yeah, she's playing. She's playing on the third board.
Okay, so they swapped. Interesting. Tactical decisions from the captains, maybe as well.
Yeah.
You know, to change board orders and things.
Yeah. It also can be like players' choices, right? That
Sure.
sometimes they want to play on the lower board to have like more easy games.
But also
Why
more
not?
pressure. Really. More pressure. Yeah. So let's have a look. But white is the exchange down here.
Do you remember this pawn structure we have seen A5, B3, C4, E4 in the game of Lizzie and Jansaya, and we were talking about bishop E4 capturing. So
that's right.
Yeah, we have the same structure, and Lizzie here is once again with black pieces. In that position, she was with black as well. So it seems like it's her preparation.
And they played, I think, 30 moves already, Keti. So it's
they're fast. They're fast.
They're fast. I just see black has an extra, rook for minor piece.
Yeah, I just wonder, maybe you can see some moves. Oh, there was really complicated position.
Wow.
Look at this. Maybe we can see how that happened. Yeah, is this the game
This
from
is the
this
game
round?
this is the game we just saw.
Is this a game? Oh, okay. This is not the game of Shansaya, how Shansaya played here, right? After knight f6 here, white sacrificed.
So because e4 was just going, yeah. It's very odd that this almost exactly the same as the
yes
the round before.
That tricked us, right, for a second.
Just a good position for black. Winning, I would say.
Like,
technically winning, I mean, an exchange up.
Might also threaten at some point to push f5, of course, after some calculation.
Sure. F5 is kind of a threat. Yeah.
As bishop is hanging on g2.
It's terrible for white, yeah. Okay.
So this is the first board. Let's get to the second board of this match. And Poland has Claudia Colon on the second board.
Yeah, Claudia's a good player.
Yes.
She's a good player.
Like Hannah here with black pieces.
What do you think about this?
I was just calculating the pawns. White has an extra pawn, right?
White has an extra pawn.
Something went wrong for black. Unless there is some line. So after e4 here, black went for b4, attacked the knight, and then, just like that. This is interesting.
Looks like an extra pawn for nothing. Huh?
Okay, yeah, that's true. Well, if black captures on e4, then in that case, in the end, the bishop on e7, bishop will capture e7.
Oh, I see, yes. I see, sorry, I see. I missed something.
What do you think? Was that a sacrifice or a blunder on b4?
Not sure.
I think it was a blunder.
Not sure. No.
No? It's just b4, knight g5, and this. Yeah. Develops. And this one.
So, okay, we're going to take on e4. Which way are you going to take it? Or you could play a5 first.
a5, yes, to kick the knight. Knight will come on d3 to guard b2 pawn. Maybe bishop takes.
Sure. Yeah, looks fine.
Yeah, can be a line in that case. Yeah, because if you play f3 here to try to get e7 pawn, this might be really bad for.
I think just takes on d3 and e5, yeah,
yes.
on one piece.
Just like because there is a pin. So it's not be good for white.
I suppose also, Keti, because the teams here have 4 players and 1 reserve, you want to have your reserve. If I were captain, I'd want my reserve to play, if not the first match, then the second match, I think. To get you sort of some experience, practice here in an early round.
Yeah, that's good. In this case, Team Poland did not really change as they have the same team.
Wow, look at this one.
I like it. I like it.
Sure.
With this f6 pawn that creates so much problems for black king.
Look at the difference in time.
Oh,
Look at the
wow,
in time.
that's huge.
Huge difference.
Time says a lot, right? Yeah.
White has the time that she began with, 45 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And black has less than 10 minutes.
That means that black was getting
through
some problems.
Something went through, and look at the position. Yeah. Pawn down, this horrible to defend with this white pawn on f6. Just a winning position for white, yeah. All to be winning.
We have Polish player on the board. Yeah.
Looks like some good preparation from white, or maybe some kind of opening trap or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Now the bishop is hanging. For instance, what happens after bishop gets back on e6?
Okay. I think white doesn't even have to do anything special. Moves like bishop f3, simply improve a piece. The c6 pawn is weak. There's rook d6. It's also very strong. Maybe go for the c pawn for now.
Yeah.
Is also queen c7 possible? I don't know.
Should be nice.
What kind of
attacking the knight
just
and
simply
the
attack a weak pawn.
Yeah.
For example, I'm not saying that there's. I mean, of course, there's other ways to play.
There are a lot of candidate moves, and
but, you know,
white has
up,
plenty of time.
Black's queen can hardly move because then queen h6 could come. You have to come back. So.
Yes.
So definitely gone wrong for
Team
the black player, I'm afraid. Yes.
Yeah. Who, by the way, just became. She just got her final woman grandmaster norm, and at this tournament she's still playing with women international master title.
Okay.
But soon at FIDE Conquest it's going to be
for the black player, yeah.
Yes, for a black player. And her rating is 2300 in standard. For
this is the Polish player, Julia, no?
Yes. And I think this is the rapid rating that we are having.
I think we're seeing rapid ratings here. Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Oh no, this is so bad. My rapid rating is so bad.
What's your rapid rating? I don't know what mine is.
I think 2200. I think. And my blitz is even worse, 2100. Yes. I think that.
Well, you have to play some tournaments. Play some tournaments. Get your rating up.
Yeah. I have to play some rapid tournaments. Well, I'm playing and I'm losing, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think we covered most of the games in this.
Okay, let's switch matches. Let's have a look at some.
Second pool, or you want to get back in
it's up to you, yeah, or another team.
Yes. Let's quickly get back in the game of Nana and Jansai. I think this is most tempting one.
Yes.
And if we have some difference here. Black there has a risk-free position, right? There is
Black's doing fine. Black is now doing fine. Very active. Look at all Black's pieces.
Yeah.
The knight on e4 is pinned. White's bishop on c1 is yet to play. So I think Black can be very happy here.
Yeah. It's going to be really tough for Nana. Second game in a row, she's under pressure.
A little bit. Rook b1. Okay, she defends this b4 pawn. But she might have to play g4 to try to break this pin.
Yeah. Well, there is interesting situation in this game. We have seen this game before, and here Anna Oshanina decided to capture the knight back with the queen. That's interesting decision. What do you think why she made this kind of decision?
Was the knight already on b6? She had the option to take with the knight, did she?
Yeah, I think she had that option too. Let me refresh this one.
So what happened here?
Oh, no, it's different position, I think.
This was, I think, the last that we saw, no, when we looked at the game?
Mm-hmm.
But probably she took knights here, yeah?
Maybe white first took on d5 and then played b3.
I suppose so, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so far the boards are not updated. Let's get to the playing venue and check out how girls are doing, and then we can switch the pool.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't believe that we have any game yet ended.
So there's Nana, we see.
That's Nana. Nana is not walking too much. And here we have Anna just looking into the camera for us. Yeah, playing against Daisy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which team are India playing now? Do we know?
Let's get
This is the other
to,
pool, right?
Yeah, let's get to the other pool here. And we can check it out. Team India is playing against Team Spain. Spain.
Okay,
And
yes.
here we have the first board.
Anna
Anna
Matnadze,
Matnadze, yes. Anna
your
Matnadze.
compatriot.
Yes. Anna, also known as... Do you know that? She
What?
loves apples.
I read something about this, yeah, she loves apples. I read something
Yeah.
about this, yeah. She's
Yeah,
always
she-
eating them, yeah, during tournaments and things.
She's a very interesting person. And I know her for many, many, many years. We're from the same region. And I know her for many years. And she does like apples, green apples, and also diet cola only. That's her meal for her day.
Green apples and diet Coca-Cola.
Yes. So when we were
But she brings apples with her, or she
always.
she brings them with her? Wow.
Yes. When we were playing team competitions, our captain always knew that she needed 4 apples and 2 bottles of Cola Zero and nothing else. Maybe chocolate sometimes. So that's her diet, and she's a very sweet person. I just like her so much. And yeah, she's playing for Team Spain for many years, and she's living in Spain for I think 15 years. Yes. And as a little
she used to
kid,
live in Barcelona, no? Or in Catalonia, anyway.
Yes.
Sure.
And as a little kid myself, I had a member of her projects. She had a project which was helping Georgian kids to get in some Spanish teams. We were playing in Spanish team.
So she helps.
The name of my team was Peonai Peo. Pon and Pon. And yeah, there was a moment when I know her better because we were sharing the room and we were traveling a lot in the for the tournaments, and we had a lot of fun.
Did she try to make you change your diet, eating apples and so on?
No. She doesn't have this kind of like she's not trying to do this kind of influence. But it's really funny how she's doing, and she feels very very energetic with that, and she says that it's how she likes to do, right?
Is it almost like a superstitious thing for chess, or anyway is she eating these apples all the time in normal normal life when she's not playing chess?
Without even chess, she
always
just likes that.
Okay,
She just likes that. And back in Georgia, she has a house with a big yard, and she has a lot of apple trees.
Yeah, I was going to say, where did she get her apples from?
Yes. She has a lot of apple trees. And now she's facing against Harika.
Okay.
Harika, yes.
We don't know what she likes to eat, Harika. Probably,
I do like what I do know what she likes.
You do? Yes. Okay, so what is the position here? What's happening? Queen f4 was played.
Do you think this is from Catalan defense when Black captured
sort of, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I think this was a kind. Well, except the black is fin shattered on the king's side. Yes, that's right. Yeah. So Queen f4.
Yeah. Okay. Anna
Right.
is also known with her love of Catalan defense.
Harika.
Anna with white
okay, she
pieces.
loves.
Yeah, green apples and Catalan defense. That's her. That's her thing. So Queen f4 was played here. Black seems okay to me.
Yeah, I'm thinking what black should do. I mean, black has this e5 move in the air. I mean, I'm not saying it's the moment to do it, but
Yeah.
clearly e5 is an option. Or should black wait and do something else? Maybe c5.
c5. I like that move too.
Maybe c5.
It's gonna open this diagonal for the bishop.
Sure. Well,
and
for
this
both bishops, in
diagonal
fact.
for for this bishop.
There might be some tactical considerations, let's say.
Yeah, I like
So-
c5.
Yeah.
I like this move. Actually, the idea is to capture in d4 and then to play e5, right? To win a piece.
So I don't know what white would play. Maybe queen 8. I was going to say queen h4, but
I think Harika just played the move. Let me check that. She went for e5.
okay.
Yeah, this also looks quite natural
Sure.
move. And then I captured that pawn really quickly. And knight came on e5.
Of course, knight takes. Yeah. What do we think? It's a kind of level, more or less. Maybe a small edge for white. I mean, for example, black cannot contest the d file because of the bishop on g5, and it feels like maybe white has something here.
Yeah, and then now on the
Little
on
thing,
this
I'm not sure.
screen. As I know, she just joined the tournament today. She traveled from Georgia today.
Today,
She
she actually
arrived
came today. Really?
Yes, yes.
All right.
That's what her team member said.
Harika there. India's number 2 for many years now after Humpy.
Yes. Very strong player. We can get maybe the second board of this match.
Sure.
Just very quickly.
Vaishali, no? Probably.
Vaishali.
Against Sabrina Vega.
Oh wow! Is this the current position?
Well,
Seems like.
are you sure this is the right position? I don't.
Yeah. That's not the right position. Maybe we can get to the fourth board.
Okay.
The same match, Spain against India. This is another match, and here we have both kings on the long side.
This was a Scandinavian defense, it looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
E4, D5. Yeah, white just castled, correct?
White
This is a
just-
very
yeah,
young,
so-
young player, strong young Spanish junior player. Maria, whom I know a little bit.
Elsa Guerri?
It's Gary.
Gary, yes. Who won the Spanish championship under 18?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And she was all
Recently.
over the social media. That's there was the very young girl managed to win very strong tournament under 18.
Ahead of the boys.
Yes.
Great.
And here we have her.
Big talent. Very big talent.
Yes. Given a chance to
To play for her country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So, knight to e4, bishop f5 was played, knight f4 to block. A sharp position.
Yeah, really. The knight on d4 is like out of the moves, right? It's just trapped
Can
in
black
there.
take on d5 or not?
That's a good question. We can maybe take a look at that. Knight takes d5. Seems like yes, because this rook on d8 will be open, and the queen on d3 gonna have some issues, and this queen is quite limited, right?
And it's a center pawn.
Yeah.
So what does white have for this pawn?
Yeah, it's a good question what white has.
I guess she had to play knight e4 last move after bishop f5. Maybe something went wrong for white. Not sure.
The thing is that it was pretty much forced, right? Because c2 pawn is hanging.
Yes, this is the problem.
Yeah, so that was the problem. So she played knight e4, and now Batke can just take it. Central pawn, very important pawn.
Opens the D line, as you were saying.
Yes, there are so many threats after that.
It's a very natural move. I don't see really what white does after that.
Yeah.
Promising for that's for Bhakti Kulkarni, yeah, from India.
Yeah.
So she has a promising position.
Yeah.
I would say.
We have the third board of this match, and here we have Marianne Gomez.
Marianne Gomez, yeah.
Garcia.
Garcia Martin.
Martin, yes.
Yeah. Marta Garcia Martin. Yeah.
Marta is really tricky opponent.
Have you played her?
Yes.
Yes? And she beat you? Okay, tell us.
In minus, I don't know, 5
Tell us
position.
about it.
So she's this kind of player who gives you advantage,
Well,
and you think you're just so easy win, and she gives you advantage not on the board, also on the clock.
right.
And when you think that that's game over, she's finding these moves that you can't imagine that this piece can do such a thing to you. It's a very tactical player,
Okay.
and then she's really good at time pressure. So there was also this kind of I told you about Nana, how she outplayed opponents, and she also does like this. Like she tries to sharp the position as much as possible, and then she's better in that.
Okay.
So yeah,
Dangerous.
very dangerous
opponent.
opponent. Very, very dangerous opponent. Like,
And that's what happened to you. You had a one game, more or less. And you lost.
I lost very badly. I lost really badly. But what she did then afterwards was really incredible.
Hey, she has a good position here. Look, well, it's normal, but black's fine.
Yeah.
Knight e1 was the last move. Oh no, sorry, queen b2. I beg your pardon. Queen e2 to b2. Oh, black has a nice game.
Very nice, very nice. Rook d8, rook can control that file. Knight b4 can be played to attack d3.
Yeah, it's kind of, rook c d8. Queen d7, these kind of moves.
Yeah.
Pressure on the d3 pawn. And
Looks quite nice position for black. And black can try to improve the position more.
is that Marta there we're looking at?
Yeah, that's Marta. That is Marta.
She's, yeah, like you say, she's slow on the clock. She seems to be about 10 minutes behind on the clock.
Yeah.
And
She
really
gives a lot of time advantage
yeah,
to him.
and the position. Okay, rook d8. Okay, normal. Rook c to d8.
Yeah, maybe I just got better position in my game. I don't know. We played King's Indian, and in King's Indian, you might get good position with white. from the beginning. But yeah, then something crazy happened in our game. Well, yeah, this was the last game on this match. Maybe we can take a look at the...
So India, Spain.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, so far they are doing all the sports. It's interesting situation. Is this the current position?
I'm not sure which position that is.
No.
I think that's...
That's a beautiful checkmate, but not from this round. Let's try this.
Oh, this looks interesting.
Ooh, king on e2. What happened to this poor king?
This is Katrina Lucknow playing black.
Yeah, look at the evaluation bar here. It says that it's equal. It doesn't really give black huge advantage here with this king on e2.
Well, because the queens can be exchanged.
Ah, this is sort of pinned,
so
yeah.
All right.
And what happens in the end game, for instance? Yeah, no one wants to trade the queens. I think if white trades the queen, then rook gets on d8 and attacks on d3, and if black captures on b3, then a rook has this semi-open file. Knight e5 was played here. Now d3 pawn is hanging.
Sure.
Would you choose here knight side or bishop side, if you could choose here?
Which color would I take? I'm not sure about that. That's a good question. That's a good question. I might choose black.
This knight looks lovely, right?
The knight is nice, and white has an extra pawn island, but it's kind of strange, isn't it, with the pawn structure. I think it's equal, yeah, but maybe I would choose black. I don't know. Maybe I would.
Right. We can move maybe to the next game. This is fourth board of the same match. And here we have two international masters playing in this game. And yeah, here we have the opposite castles and open H file.
So black here is Alina Kaslinskaya, the wife of Radoslav, of course. What you check?
Yes.
Radek,
yes. Strong team. Radoslav was at Grand Prix in Lausanne, and he was like, he gave an interview that he wanted to have some rest and travel a bit, so just traveled with Alina, and he said that it turned out that I came here to work. At
the Women's Grand Prix,
yes, so he was helping Alina.
Of course. They came together to Gibraltar as well.
Yeah.
For the Women's Grand Prix in May.
It's a team, it's a team.
So let's see, what should white play? Is an open H file. So you'd like to put the queen on H4, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Yeah, the most like bishop c7 sacrifices just to get this bishop out of the way.
Wow.
And then to
play.
Does it work? No. Then to play.
But the rook will move, and king comes to f8.
That's really sad for black. Is rook can simply move, and after queen, the bishop on g7 is guarding the h square, so it's not really working. And if queen gets first on h4, this gives some time for black, maybe. Simple, maybe rook d same. Rook
anyway,
d8.
rook f8.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. It's probably not a very good move, queen h4.
Yeah.
Not a very good move. Too simplistic. I mean, it's too. Yeah. So okay, so let's try something else instead of queen h4. It looks fine for black, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely fine for black.
Yeah.
Maybe white should ignore this h file and just play, I don't know.
Something else.
Well, you could start with bishop f4, perhaps.
Yeah, just going to some move. The idea to play bishop
Maybe,
h6,
yes, even rook h3 and then double the rooks from this side, you know, if rook fd8.
Yeah, this is a very nice one.
Interesting. Sorry, and white is, who is white playing here? The white is Sylvia.
Alexeva. International master.
Okay.
Yeah, she's taking some time.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think? At the first glance, I thought white is just doing fine because there's open file on H. But then when we saw some of the lines, it was not so easy for white, right? But this bishop f4.
I would probably do bishop f4, and maybe
It's really
because you
nice.
might want to play bishop e3, or I don't know. But anyway, let's maybe move to another game.
Yeah, let's try some other game in the same match. This one, yeah, it does not really give us the...
This is the French team, isn't it? This is France against...
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting match. Shuvalova, Paulina.
Paulina, okay. Against Natasha Ben-Mesbah.
Yeah, Paulina is doing fantastic.
Yes.
She's
Yeah,
brilliant.
great talent,
player.
huh?
Yes. At his age to be the strongest team, part of the strongest team in many tournaments. This is not easy, right? Because they have plenty of...
And she's reigning Russian women's champion, is that right, Paulina? I believe.
Yeah. And she's still junior player.
Yeah. So let's see the position. A6 was Natasha's move. A7, A6. Okay. To play B5, of course. It's okay for black, isn't it?
Yeah, looks good. Also, white spaces are looking really nice, but there's not a clear plan, right? Like to attack on the king side is going to take some time. The rooks are, well, they control d file, but they can't really get on d7 or d6. It's controlled, and black can open up the queen side.
Sure. Well, black would like to open up the queen side. Maybe knight. But if knight e4, then bishop takes e5, I suppose. Is a problem. Interesting. Knight e4, yeah, but I'm not sure if black can just take on e5, maybe. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Or some tricks, I don't know.
This game, Nino Tsatsalashvili. It's interesting. Let's take a look really quickly what's happening. Maybe we can zoom on the camera.
Something's happened there. Have they finished?
They're talking
The
with the
arbiter's
arbiter.
there, but there's something happening. That's interesting.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
Let's zoom
Drama.
in. Drama. Bring us some dramas. Oh, was there a repetition? Maybe there was some repetition.
Don't know.
Quickly get the game. Nina Tsatsalashvili.
She's playing Dinara, is she?
Yeah.
And this is the Georgia, Kazakhstan.
Okay, great.
Or am I...
Yeah, I really don't see the game yet.
We don't know what happened.
Yeah, somehow all the games just disappeared, so we can't really focus on that. But we
So
can
we don't
bring
know
the
what
camera.
happened.
We can
Okay.
bring the camera closer to Nino Tsatsalashvili and Dinara Satukasova. That's Georgia against Kazakhstan.
But
That's
to call the arbiter across, something must have happened, and the game's going. The game's continuing.
Yeah.
So.
And I think Nino just offered a draw. And arbiter.
Oh, now they're shaking. So, all right. So it was maybe some kind of repetition.
Yeah, they had some repetition probably, and the arbiter checked the moves. We did not really get this on the screen, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Are the players required to write the moves down? Do you know? Are they keeping score? Do they have to keep score?
Oh, that's a good question.
Right. I didn't see any score
question.
sheets. Do you see? Or are there score sheets?
They have, right?
Well, I don't know the answer because it's rapid. Because it's rapid, and I don't know.
We need to have any of the games full screen to check if they have the score sheets.
I don't see, for example,
yeah.
Marisa Wag there was. No, it didn't occur to me until now, but.
Oh wow!
Because the reason I ask is that because, as you know, in a classical game, if you claim a 3/4 repetition, you need to have your score sheet there.
Yeah.
To check with the arbiter and your opponent that you've actually repeated.
So arbiters has to take a look at the online games.
I imagine if there's no score sheet, yeah, I imagine.
Oh wow!
I guess that's why they call the arbiter, no, for this.
Yeah. That's interesting. Let's take a look at the final match. That's Armenia against Azerbaijan. You can take a break before the things are getting, more interesting. And here we have this match. Let me check. This is the first game I see. And here we have Mamadova, Golnar against Lilith Mikritichian.
Okay. Wow, look at this position. Goodness me.
Wow. Something went wrong for black.
You can say that again? Definitely something went wrong. They didn't play so many moves, huh? What was the opening of this game? Maybe do we have time to quickly...
Yeah, we can see from the
French
beginning.
defense or something?
We have one e4. Yeah, it's a French.
Advanced French, okay.
Oh, that's interesting, right? To capture with the f-pawn. Probably to have f-file for rook.
Right, and
after castling.
Oh! Look at that. Knight takes d5.
No. Oh, no. She couldn't take this knight because e6 is coming. And then probably e7 at some point.
So maybe f takes g6 was wrong.
Yeah.
For this reason, no?
So white just got central pawn, and this is a very good position, right?
Yeah. This is Gunay, no?
No, it's Gulnar.
Gulnar, I beg your pardon. Gulnar Mamadova. Gulnar, yes.
She has 26 minutes against 6. So he has 20 minutes advantage. And she's really a really good player. And here we
White has a dream position here. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
That you could ever want.
That was an unfortunate blunder from Lilith, right? F takes
well, I think maybe there was already, possibly it was already difficult for black, I don't know. This kind of gambit lines in the advanced French are tricky. Huh? White gives a pawn up in return for developments.
Yeah, this is the moment
where she took with the f-pawn.
Yeah.
Probably f takes was an error, yeah?
Yeah. We can move to the next game, and here we have The current European women champion, Elena
Yes,
Danilian, grandmaster from Romania,
Yeah.
against Gunay Mamazada. This is the first
from
one.
right, okay. And here we have a solid position, but look at the time difference as well.
Yeah. Yeah, what took more time here?
Yeah, a lot
for
more
this?
time. Like it's kind of level. Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you know Elena well?
Um,
Danielan? I don't really know her, a little bit, hardly.
I know her a
yeah.
little bit.
But you know, great that she's to become European champion.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Well,
Because-
she's a friend of my friend, so the friend of my
friend of your friend. Okay.
Yeah. I know her, but not very good, not very well. And she had amazing performance
Yes.
at European individual
Yes.
championship. She played really nice. But at this game, I think she's okay. She's okay.
Sure.
It's like equal, right?
It's kind of equal. Black will play Queen E7 or something like that, or Queen Queen A5 maybe. Well, White has the bishop there, and but kind of level, I
Yep.
think.
We can get the next game, and here we have Mamediarova Zeynep against Suzanne Gaboyan, who is the current Armenian women champion.
All right.
Yeah, and here we have this this position, and here again, once again, we have a huge time difference: 8 minutes for white, 23 minutes for black.
So Black is attacking E2 pawn 3 times, 3 different
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah,
The rook on A8 is under attack from the bishop, but Black is
yeah,
very happy to give up this rook.
yeah. How white is going to set up on E4, E3, F3? F3 is not really saving
No.
because knight E2, rook E2, that's with a tempo, both moves.
E4 or E3, I suppose.
Oh, the rook is hanging on A8.
You sure?
I just
But-
saw
but
that.
Yeah, but you really want it? I don't think you.
No, I don't really want, because let's see, this is really funny line. Like if you capture this, knight takes E2.
Sure.
I think that loses on the spot. Knight E2, check. Come on, knight, get on
King
into.
G2.
And then queen comes on A8 with a check. F3 seems only move here. And
Okay, well,
something doesn't look good for
rook
for
E3,
black. Rook E3, yeah. To attack on F3.
perhaps.
No, looks really good. So white really cannot capture that rook. How about E3 here? Let's make that move.
Which one? E3, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
E3.
Okay, this is very interesting. What kind of tactics and tricks here? For example, okay, just off the top of my head, this is like thinking like instincts, but you could take on E3 and take again with the rook, possibly.
Ooh. Oh.
And you see, and then bishop D4.
I
This
just
kind of
saw
tactics.
that. Come on,
yeah.
rookie, get on E3. Very well. And now
But I didn't count
bishop
everything. And then
D4.
bishop
Wow, and this is really nice. Beautiful. Okay, I have to make this move.
D4. Beautiful, but you have to bishop D4, yeah?
Bishop D4. Yeah, I just lost the control over the mouse.
Okay, but anyway, bishop D4, and if queen takes, knight E2.
Everyone can see that.
So.
From this perspective, they
Yeah.
can see that. Wow, yeah. There is also like this is brilliant. There is also bishop h6 to pin this e3 pawn.
Okay.
There is also knight d2 check and then capture e3. So this is quite hard position for whites to deal. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have some other game in this match? I think we covered all the fourth games in this match, and now maybe let's take a short break, just before the things are getting
Okay.
interesting for us and for spectators. We're gonna see some seconds on the clock,
For sure. For sure.
and we'll come back for that.
Okay. See you in a few minutes.
Welcome back at FIDE World Women's Team Championship 2021. I'm Keti. This is Stuart. And we're going to have the second part of round 2.
Sure.
We don't have much of the results yet. So far, we have only one result. That's between Nina Tsatsalashvili and Dinara.
Was a draw.
Was
By
a
repetition, we think.
Yeah. Yeah. And this match is very interesting. Here we have Georgia against Kazakhstan, and two very strong opponents are facing each other in this round. So we have to take a look,
of course,
on these games. 3 remain games, and check out the situation. And now we have the game Nana Zagnidze against Jansaya Abdulmalik.
Yes. And it's White's move, it's Nana's move, and Jansaya has just moved her knight from d5 back to f6. She was threatening knight g4 and queen h2 mate, and so Nana has defended by offering an exchange of queens. Queen f1, back to play.
Yeah.
Keti, what do you think of the position?
I like black's position more because I just dislike this bishop on e1. It's so passive, and all white's pieces are on the first rank. That's also makes me feel that black is more active.
Yes.
And knight can be such a tricky. Like for instance,
queen and knight work well together, don't they? Often.
Monstrous. They are monstrous. Knight e4, knight g5, knight g5. The knight might come on f3 or h3. There's also h4 at some point to open up the h file for rook. Rook is ready to get in here. So there are plenty of ideas here for black. The king is a bit weak, and white is really wishing to have this bishop over here on g2. It's kind
Catalan
of
bishop.
Catalan bishop, yes. She just played queen e2.
You see that straight away Jansaya declined an exchange of queens. She played queen back to f5. She doesn't want to trade queens. She wants to keep pieces on the board. As you say, she has attacking possibilities with the queen and the knight, and maybe h4 to break open the h file. So she doesn't want to exchange queens. Queen e2 from Nana. So black is a little better, no? A little
bit,
perhaps easier to play, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for knight e4, as you were saying.
Knight e4 looks so tempting here. Knight e4. The idea knight g5, knight f3. So white has to take this move into the this idea itself into the consideration. There's h4 as well.
Well, very natural move, knight e4.
Yeah. And I wonder what's the time situation. Maybe we can zoom a little bit.
We don't see the clock here, do we?
Yeah. And we might also guess what's the situation right now in the games. Are they having a time trouble or not?
So board 2 in this match has already been drawn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Board 2 has
Georgia won their first match against Ukraine.
Yeah.
So to win again now would be a really fantastic start for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and as we mentioned earlier, the teams, all the teams in both pools, for them, the main goal is to qualify to the playoffs.
Of course, yeah.
And
the knockout
they
stage.
don't really need to win the matches with 4-0, but
it doesn't change anything.
It doesn't really change anything. So they need to get in the playoffs. And from playoffs, everything starts from the beginning.
What do you think of this format, this new format?
I love it.
This new FIDE format, yeah, for this event?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yes, I love it. We kind of had already the same format at Olympiads, FIDE Olympiads.
Online?
Yes.
Right.
So it was very interesting. The teams are divided really well, and all the teams are having like almost equal chances to, you know, get to the next stage. And it's not like you're playing. You just got an unlucky number, and you get yourself in the team in the pairings where you have
because
to play
I mean the two pools are balanced.
Yeah,
right?
they are very much balanced.
Right.
So you might have strong opponent, but then next you might have a bit easy opponent, and you still can score. And also then it's from the spectator's perspective, especially when there is a knockout system, It's very interesting. Some
Knockout,
teams
I mean,
live it.
and also everyone understands knockout.
Yeah.
You know, in different sports, knockout, it's whereas some people new to chess, maybe they sometimes have difficulty perhaps following the results if it's like an all-play-all system or a Swiss event.
Yeah.
A big open. Knockout, everyone understands. Somebody wins, somebody loses.
Yeah, and you have a lot of teams at the beginning, but in the end you have those teams who are fighting for the...
Right. Like the World Cup, for example, it's a knockout, isn't it?
Yeah,
and here I think when matches are tied in the knockout stages, we have blitz tie-breaks.
Tie-breaks are also very interesting. Their part is also very interesting. So I think everybody is happy with this format to have like, you're just saving some of the time as well, and energy as well, and yeah, interesting to see. What do you think?
Okay, I think it's great. Yeah, sure. And but it's also a little bit stressful, maybe for the players. Not stressful, but intense. To play 2 games, you could be playing 2 tough games in the same day. But you know, chess players are very adaptable people. I think you know we're used to playing different time controls, playing online, now back to over the board. And so you know, it's the same for both players, for both teams.
Yeah.
So sure, I think it's a great system.
It's very good. It's very good.
So let's have a look. Do we have a move from... did Shansan make a move after Queen E2? She played Knight C4 or not?
Yeah, let's take a look at that. On the screen, I don't really see. Maybe have.
We saw Queen E2, I think, from...
Rook D1 was played, and Queen captured that rook. So black traded this rook on D1, and Queen captured on D1.
Okay.
The reason of this trade might be, for instance, if white captures it with a rook, maybe to play rook c8 to fight for the open file. With my ideas, rook c2. Or why? What
There's also your h4 idea from before. Just
I like that one.
h4, rook h8. You know.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Why to trade these rooks rather than to keep the rooks on the board and open up the h file? So why did black exchange rooks? Yeah, why should capture it first? Like why should trade it first?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, also knight e4 looked a good move to me.
Yeah.
So what about the other games in this match, or should we look at something else?
Let's get to the third word in this match. That's
Daunetova with Yavakishvili.
Yes, this is the match.
Okay.
All right.
This looks very level, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Although look at the time. If that's
minute.
Right, white has a minute against 16 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, it's in this time control. It's very important to play really fast, right at the beginning.
Well, or just to keep up with your opponent, not to fall too far behind. I mean, you can fall 5 minutes behind, but here there's almost 15 minutes difference if what we're seeing is correct.
Yeah.
And yet the position looks kind of equal.
Yeah, the
black's
position
looks
looks
a little bit
equal.
better, no? Maybe.
It's because it's very good-looking knight on d4.
Right.
But white can also try to trade at knight f3 maybe to get rid of that.
Sure, knight f3, or just a move like queen d3 or something, and just keep the position. Okay, she's taken on e5, but with 35 seconds.
Wow.
And she only gets 10 seconds extra per move. Increment. That's the thing.
Yeah, this is really good. We have now on the screen both players. Wow, white really looks that she has plenty of time on the clock, but no, she has only 30 seconds. This is very important to keep yourself, calm, not to panic when you don't have time, because when you're panicking, that takes your energy and your time as well. So you need to be really quiet at this moment.
As I think we said earlier today, this time control might be unfamiliar to some people. You said before that the Georgian players have had a couple of training events.
Yeah.
It's It's not a common time control, I don't think,
Yeah.
for over the board anyway.
I think you
Takes a
need,
bit of getting
you
used
need
to,
to
maybe.
play at least one tournament to understand what should be your strategy, how you should play, what kind of openings you should play, and in which part of the in the opening or middle game where you should take more time. Seems like Lela had a really good training tournament, and
Right.
she's in all the games what we have seen so far, like we have seen 2 games only, but she's doing really good on
She's
on
a strong
time.
player, of course.
Yeah.
So, okay, so very tough for white, really, because of the clock. Even if the position is objectively drawish, let's say, just because of the time situation, it's going to be tough to hold.
Yeah.
So we'll have to come back to that.
Yeah, let's get the final game.
This is Georgia, Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, yes.
Board 4.
White just played rook a7, just to increase the pressure on b7 pawn.
Sure.
Black's knight on c3 looks really nice. That creates some threats.
Still.
Very
it's
complex
quite-
position,
It is complex.
right?
I was about to say the same. It is complex. This pawn should stay on e4 to prevent the b7. I mean, black has to not lose this b7 pawn. So I think the pawn should stay on e4. Blocks the diagonal for the white bishop down to b7. What else could black do? I didn't know.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Something like bishop e7 maybe, or bishop d6.
But yeah, the bishop f6 to activate the bishop if you
I'm not
don't
sure
trade.
if,
There can be also some ideas, bishop d8, rook e6 to target b6 pawn.
I think I prefer white. I see more danger for black's position than for white's position. Rook a7 looks like a good move. So looking quite good for Georgia,
Yeah,
I would say.
looks quite good for Georgia.
If Nana survives against Shansaya. Can we have a quick look at that again? Or
Let's take a look at that game.
the top board
That's
game?
the first board of the match. Yes, we have a couple more moves.
Oh, she played h4, you see? That was your move.
Ooh,
Hey, that's
all
what we said,
right,
h4.
All
come on.
right.
Sure.
So now white captured the pawn, queen e4, that attacks the h4.
Right, not rook h8, okay. Now rook h8, look.
Knight d5, that blocks the
Because
diagonal.
of f7, of course.
And it's also, queen
interesting.
c4.
Queen c4.
There you go.
Wow.
Queen f3. Wow,
Again.
this is so interesting position. Rook is hanging. White has to move the rook, right? There's, there's queen c6 move, which pins the knight.
Oh, but then rook takes h4.
Rook takes h4, and black just threatens a checkmate in one move, and it's gonna be game over for white. And how about just rook d7? Oh, knight b6. Okay, let's rook a7.
Rook a7, okay. Even g5 is a possible move, no?
Oh, g5. Oh, nice.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's...
Rook h4 is a threat. You
Yeah.
can capture this pawn. H1 is not guarded. This square. Wow.
Why not? Why not?
Nana might not survive in here.
She may not survive, huh?
You know, when the first one game has already finished, and when there is some problems on the first board,
Yes.
anything can happen on the last boards. White is thinking. Nana is thinking. She knows that she has very bad position.
Yeah.
She knows that.
As we said before, as you said before, this bishop on e1 is not... I mean, it's just purely defensive piece and very passively
Yeah.
placed, and black has this excellent queen and knight combination. And look at white's king, exposed.
Yeah.
I wonder what the clock times are now.
That's very interesting. Let's get back to let's get back to the playing venue maybe, and we can see Nana and Zhansaya. For
Anyway,
now,
we know it's Nana's move. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't see the clock now. And rook is still hanging. Rook is still hanging.
But what else can she do? Huh? Anyway, knight takes rook is a threat, simply. Knight takes c7 is a threat.
Another game has just ended. That's the game where white has a time pressure, and it ended really badly. It ended really bad. Oh,
this was Leila's game, yeah.
And I cannot survive here. Next move is
two threats of checkmate. 3 threats of checkmate.
Knight e6. Come on, knight, get there. And knight on f3.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, wow.
So white played, what did white play? King g5 after h5 check or something like this?
Oh, wow, look what happened.
Yeah, but it's so easy to make a mistake when you have 10 seconds to move. It's
the queen's on the board.
She played check, sure.
King went here, and now queen c4, knight e2, queen c1, queen d3, and
now is it the forced win?
So this king was forced to get on g5, and
then game over.
Queen f1 is
Game
such
over.
a sneaky move. You're trading the queens, and you think that the danger is gone, queen is off the board, but then king comes on
Did
g7.
black even need to exchange queens?
Oh, that's a good question. Like to sacrifice?
To play king g, but queen f6 check.
yeah,
Otherwise king g7 would be a nice move. Huh?
Wow. Yeah.
You know, you could almost let white play, even if it were white's move here. Imagine it was white's move and white played queen takes queen. And then you play king g7. And? And then what? And it's winning, right?
Oh, yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You could, if it were white's move here, I think white is still lost.
Yeah.
As far as I can
Let's
see.
show that. Like, wait,
if white could play, black does nothing. You know, king f8 or something.
Yeah, let's do it. And white captures the queen.
Or am I being silly? I don't know.
Let's check it.
Maybe I'm missing something. And then king g7.
It can be silly, but I think it's working.
Sure.
Wow, that
Nice,
is nice. And Nana finished. Nana and Zhansaya finished.
Okay.
And Zhansaya won.
Look.
Oh, what? Look at this sacrifice.
She played a knight f4.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, rook c6. Now there's no pressure on f7 point.
Right.
And she can do this
Beautiful.
fantasy me. Why not?
Hey, great game, huh?
Wow.
Look at that.
Zhansaya, yeah.
She's
This
such
girl
a
is-
dangerous opponent. Chance. I remember in
Yeah.
Gibraltar, some of her games and that. She's, if you give her a chance, she takes it.
Yeah, very
You know?
talented.
Very
Yeah.
talented, very dangerous, and
And hard worker as well.
Yeah.
Hard worker.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
Okay, well.
very well. So that
Well
makes,
done, well done, her.
That makes 1.5 to 1.5.
To Kazakhstan.
Yeah, 1.5. They're
Oh,
tied.
sorry, tied. I beg your
Yeah,
pardon.
And Mary now on the screen. Let's get in there. This game is very important, and this game will decide. This
The
game
match.
will decide the match.
Bishop d6 to b8 to chase the rook.
Yeah. Yeah, this rook on a7 was such an annoying. The knight got on e4. White decided to capture that pawn. Knight got on e4.
Okay.
Yeah, time pressure still here. 4 minutes for black, 3 for white. It's not
Well,
too much.
But it's, yeah.
The position is still very complex.
Still, I think you'd rather be white, no? Looks like more things can go wrong for black than for white.
Yeah.
Simply move the rook somewhere. Is there knight
good.
takes g3? Is that a problem?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to suggest. Bishop captures on e4. Maybe sense that danger.
Maybe she senses danger, but then...
Yeah. Then
okay.
she gives up the pair of bishop advantage and... is she going to keep that rook on a7? Like, for instance, black captures the
just take
bishop.
on c5, do you think?
Yeah.
Give the exchange.
Just take here. Here.
And then rook a4.
Here. Okay, 4 to stop this pawn.
To come behind, yeah.
Very interesting
I'm
position.
not sure about this. I guess it's drawish.
Yeah.
It looks... something like that may happen. Yeah.
Is this, let me check very quickly if this is the position.
Also, rook a8 instead of bishop takes c5 is possible, I think. No, pinning the bishop.
Yeah. Still, we have the position with bishop on e4. Black has not made any decision here. Is she considering first to capture on a7, or doesn't really change too much?
I see.
Right?
I see. Bishop takes a7 here.
Rook captures the bishop on e4.
Yeah, maybe bishop c2 to a4 was possible as well, if bishop takes a7, to sort of skewer the two rooks. Okay,
Is there rook e8 now? Some move like that? To attack the bishop.
And if bishop takes g3?
Oh. Bishop c5 was...
She played it?
Yeah,
Yeah?
she played that.
Okay.
She played that.
That's
She played that. And black has to capture this rook, right? Otherwise,
Wow.
white will just have a...
I imagine that she's going
extra
to
pawn.
take it. This is going to be a great time scramble. Huh? It's going to be 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes per player, more or less. Between 2 and 3 minutes.
Yeah. There's a very funny situation between me and Mary once we played in the team competition, and she was winning. She had extra pawn in the end game, and her captain asked her to offer a draw, and she offered. She doesn't want it. She was like, no, and it's like, just do it. Then I asked my captain. I didn't make a decision myself. I had to. Because my captain did not really know anything about chess. He was just, he was just a manager of the team. And he said, no, we're losing, so just play. It doesn't make any sense. But I had no chance. I cannot survive in that position. I was like, oh my God, how can I continue to play? We played, I think, 30 more moves after that. And yeah, it ended in a funny way because we made a draw.
Anyway, okay. Hey, she took, look, she took.
Yeah, she took it. The pawn
Rook
gets
a4.
on a7.
I'm sure the rook belongs behind this pawn. And then we will see what happens. Well, white, there's no risk for white, is there really? I mean...
Yeah, if Team Kazakhstan can stand up so strong against top-seeded team,
one of the top seeds, yes.
They can do...
White's better, no? Do you think white's better?
I think there might be some like rook a4, and then the other rook will try to...
Get down to the back, yes. So maybe e3 and rook bishop d4 check, get the rook to the c line. Lots of things here, bishop b6. I mean, it's tricky for black, huh? e3 and...
Can also chase the bishop and then capture it.
I mean, maybe in a classical game, maybe black would draw this, but here I'd be quite nervous as black.
Yeah.
Or you know what could happen? Black could play a move like b5 and then just sacrifice on a7. Give black the exchange and be a pawn down.
Yeah.
That's maybe what black should do.
Yeah. Just getting this king on f7.
And then
try
to make a draw.
I would do like rook c7 to attack the bishop. If bishop gets back on d4, then chase this bishop again and try to capture that one.
Okay,
And then
understand.
take on a7.
I understand what you're saying, yeah.
And also guarding this one.
Interesting. So 2 minutes and counting to 25 against maybe 40, about 40 seconds.
White spent a lot of time. She had 4 minutes. Black spent a lot of time. 4 minutes against 3. And after all, with all these sacrifices, she spent a lot of time.
Well, now she... Oh, no, bishop d4, it's possible, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but then rook takes b7 is
yeah,
check,
intermediate check, yeah. Here.
Yeah, so she shouldn't take on d4.
And this is...
Because it's check, it's check, it's check. No, but black should not do this.
Should not do this,
no.
right?
Sure. Black doesn't need to take on d4 now.
Yeah, that's true.
That's Mary, yeah?
Yeah.
We see on our screens.
Yeah, yeah, that's Mary.
King has come to e7.
King is getting closer to be an a7 pawn.
Yeah, I'd like to bring my king out as white here. Yeah? King g2, king f3, and try to...
Get on a4, g5.
Sure.
Activated
Why
if
not?
opponent allows. Why not? Yeah.
King g2, I would play without thinking.
King g2 on the board. Should play that.
Has she played it? Good.
Yeah. 40 seconds for black. Black has to move really fast, not to get her in even worse situation on the clock.
I don't quite see where black's... What's the idea of the black's king? Where is black's king going?
That's a good question. b5 was played.
Okay, all right. Then we
Okay.
get this kind of ending I said before.
She's
Or do we?
going
But
to
bishop
do
c5
that.
check. And then rook takes b5. Yeah?
Yeah, it's so tricky to play that end game, 4 versus 3 rook end game, right?
And we may not even come to that. I think, why not bishop c5 check now? And then the same thing, yeah?
It's
Then
same, yeah, it's same.
it's going to be the same, sorry. Yeah.
But white will push there. White will push there. White has more time.
Okay.
Rook a7.
So probably the king could have stayed on f7 after all, yeah? No, these endings are tough.
They're very tough.
And when you've got no time,
Yeah. And also the pawn is on f5. That might also play some role here, as the rook can get on the 6th rank, cut the king, and then get
Sure,
a bit
that
more
makes
and
a big
more
difference.
active.
yeah. Now rook a4 has to be played.
To cut the king
To
coming
cut
from
the king,
fourth
okay, correct. But
rank.
still. Okay, we can enjoy a technical ending.
Yeah. I love rook end game. I really love rook end game. Rook d6. She's going to play rook d4
Yeah, I guess.
to get the control over 4th rank, but in that case, rook comes on b2, and then rook will
Sure.
attack the f2 pawn, so king will not be getting on f4 square that easy. Also, the other games.
Any
are
other results that we
finishing,
can that we can tell people about? Just
yeah, in this pool we have Ukraine playing against FIDE America.
FIDE America is correct. Yeah.
Yes, and we have one result. Also, Cologne Claudia managed to get a point for Poland. And yet the other games are still in progress.
I guess this should be a draw. Yeah.
This should be a draw, and we can
Yeah.
guess
Now black
that.
has more time than white. Huh?
Yeah, strange. Yeah, because white is trying to think to and black doesn't have much of the options. Let's get to the next pool now.
Sure, that looks like a
and
draw.
check out what is happening.
Yeah, what happened in this game? This French, this Lilith had this.
Oh, Lilith has such a
Did she lose the game?
hard situation.
She lost. Lilith lost, yeah. To Gulnar. And this knight takes d5 game. Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah.
Painful
Yeah.
to see this position.
To see
Goodness
it.
me, look at that. Oh,
Yes. That happened.
catastrophe for black.
Yeah. It's true.
Absolute
But
catastrophe.
the team member here of Lilith just, take a revenge.
Okay, well,
And she won this game. Anna Sarkisian.
okay, so 1-1.
That's makes 1-1. And the other game here, we predicted that Suzek had
Oh
really
yes, now what
good
happens here?
time.
Well, this was a very interesting position.
So after bishop g4, white went here, rook e1, and just gave up this pawn.
Just give up the pawn. Hmm.
f4.
Wow, rook e3, look at this game, wow.
Nice.
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
So black is winning, yeah?
Yeah, this is a beautiful game played by black. And one last game now on the screen. We can see Elina and Gunay on the screen. First board, and everything is on them now. Oh, Armenia is winning 1-1 or 2-1 now.
2-1, okay.
2-1. So let's see what's
Against
happening.
Azerbaijan.
Gunay has to win this game to save the.
Well, she has the advantage. She's a pawn, 2 pawns up. Yeah, she can win this.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, this is Zainab Maudirova on the screen. She finished the game, but she pretends that she's still in
Right,
in
and
the
she's
game.
still watching. Yeah.
That's very important. That's very important game, and she probably wants to observe that. And we also see the captain of Timur Azerbaijan.
Everything depends on this game. So black needs to win to tie the match, correct?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But look, each player is down to 10 seconds or less. They're just playing on the increments. You got to be quick.
And we have here the game of generation, right? Elena is well-experienced player who won a lot of tournaments, has achieved the Grandmaster title.
Yeah, and European Women's Champion.
Yeah, recently. And we have Gunay here, a young generation, talented player, and
Very
also
talented.
a bright future on the way, right?
Sure. Well, look, she's 2 pawns up. She's technically winning, I think we could say. But 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds to move.
And anything can go wrong.
Yeah.
I like the combination of knight and rook as well. They are very tricky.
Like queen and knight.
Knight is very tricky.
You like knights, basically,
yeah.
right?
Just admit it, Keti. Just say it.
And look at white's king. White's about to be checkmated here. Look. Suddenly it's just it's game over.
Oh,
this is
knight
gonna be
h2, king g1,
yeah,
knight.
sure.
Rook
This is
g1.
suddenly it's hopeless.
And even rook d1 was really hopeless after rook takes the bishop.
Correct.
And
knight
then
h3.
knight
So
e3.
now knight h2 and it's resigns. Yeah.
Wow.
So 2-2.
Yeah. This might be another match with it. Oh, she went with h4. I thought she would play knight h2 with some checkmates, but she's going with h4.
All right. Surprise. I didn't see
Yeah.
why she did that, but still.
She can still do that. You can still do that. Knight h2, king g1, and rook.
Okay, but knight
G1.
h2 was instantly winning. Yeah. Still.
Still, you still have it. Did you spot that? No, yeah.
No,
yeah,
she
spot
plays it.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Oh! Knight f3.
I think I saw him checkmate in one there, rook e1.
Yeah. Was that checkmate? Maybe we have some different position here. Because yeah, I don't believe she
She mismates in one, or what happened there?
I don't believe
What
that. Let's focus on the board, just on the board, and we might see the clear position there. I can't believe that she missed knight h2.
Rook e1 was checkmate.
And
what
then
happened?
rook e2.
I don't know.
Oh, we better believe it.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
And you know, when the opponent don't see that move, you see everything, right? This checkmate.
I mean,
it's like,
anyway,
but you can't help yourself because it's still so bad position. And Elena has to play this rook. Very passive moves here. Wow.
Nerves. A lot of nerves.
Yeah. Just imagine how team Azerbaijan, probably they're gathering now together and watching this game. And yeah, that's quite tough.
There we are.
So what's the easy win now? Just to get a pass pawn on the queen side?
Well, that's what she's doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Black must be completely winning, but 2 pawns up.
Yeah.
But yet on this, we see the black pawn is on h3, no? What's on the screen? We have pawn on h4. I don't quite understand.
Yeah. Let's update this. Oh, yeah. It's not visible. You know what? Black has to be really careful not to push this pawn on
Stalemate.
h2.
No?
Yeah. We have seen some ugly ends of this this kind of end games. Yeah. And white just capture a stage pawn.
Okay, this is really resignable.
The pawn is just
2-2 coming up.
yeah.
I
Interesting.
mean, anything wins. So as we come to the end of this game, how would you sum up today's play that we've seen?
I loved it.
Huh?
I really loved it. I enjoyed a lot this match.
And the format?
This round.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like tomorrow will be even more interesting because everyone needs to get in shape, right?
Sure.
So
also, people have had long journeys to get here, difficult journeys in some cases. Maybe
some players even arrived today, like Anna Madnadze.
There you go. Exactly. So people need to settle down, and you know, it's always the same. First round, first day of any chess event. We know it's special, precious, and everyone's excited to be here and play for their country and meet their friends. And
true.
You know, so
that's true. So we have this game still going on. The other games are almost all of them has been already ended. This is one of the last games in progress, and this is the match India versus Spain. I'll quickly check the result if we have some updates there. And the playing venue is still
we are.
Full.
And we see also a reminder of our sponsors here, 2 of the main sponsors, Gazprom, FIDE partner sponsor.
FIDE partner, yes, in many events, in most of the events, I think. And we do have
a new sponsor,
yeah.
sponsor for FIDE and for women's chess, really promoting and supporting women's chess. And this is their first one, Motiva. And well, it's fantastic.
it's
you know,
fantastic.
bring new sponsors, and especially to support the women's game is fantastic. Really, and in this event.
Yes.
You know,
And we have next year, as you mentioned earlier, FIDE declared the next year as support for women.
2022.
Yes.
Yeah.
Women's. And that's going to be a lot of events coming up, and we hope to have more and more sponsors joining chess, of course. Well, the last games are still in progress. Let's take it. This is.
They're still playing.
This is still. So the idea is just to get this pawn on b3, to create this checkmate strat.
I'm very curious if Black had a mate in one in this game. About 20 moves ago.
Yeah. This can get really tricky. This can get really
Still
tricky.
White could somehow save this game.
Yeah. Look at this. Like rook comes on the first rank, and there is no checkmate.
And knowing that this is the game that the match depends on, the result of the match, I mean, gives added pressure, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure. Rook d7 was played. Yeah, very interesting situation. There is winning, like Black has to push b3. That keeps White rook to come on the first rank.
Right.
If Black gives checks, then King will hide. And then when rook comes on the first rank, then Black King gets on the second rank and threatens rook any f1 or g1 trade of the rooks.
I see, yeah.
This can be,
B3,
and maybe we're going to see this on the board.
Well, also credit to Alina for fighting right the way to the finish of this game, because
that's right.
You know.
Yep. Yeah, when you play for a team, you fight more. You cannot really resign in.
Of course not.
You should not resign. Of course not.
No.
Because it's just you play for a team. And this is Mario Music. So Ukraine against FIDE Americas is still going on.
Interesting.
Yes. It's maybe in the different pool. Yeah, we have this in different pool. Move 85.
King c2.
Move 85. Oh. This is getting.
Because of stalemate, you're going to say.
Yes.
But this b2 check, I mean, it's.
b2, king a2. How Black is winning? Maybe a2, b2. a2, b2. That's.
I think different ways of winning. You know, king c1, and then b2, rook c2. She's going to win. She's going to win.
She's enjoying it.
I wouldn't like to be her if she doesn't win, you know, tonight.
Yeah, king on c1.
Yeah, king a2 and then rook c2.
Rook c2.
Yeah, they get, and then that's. Now maybe it's time to resign. Yeah. And they played 88, 89 moves, I think.
Yeah.
No? Or no more. 90-something moves, nearly 100 moves.
Nearly 100 moves. And here we have a handshake and resignation from
Sure.
Alina. But.
Well, 2-2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst moment when somebody from your team says, like, you had a checkmate in one move.
Well, I'm not sure if that's the case, but can we see, please, Maria's game here or not?
Let's take a look at that.
Must also be in the last few seconds.
And also, it's interesting, what's the situation here? I see that Anna has managed to
we
win
see
the
the-
game. Let's refresh it. It's end game.
Against Karolina Luchan.
Have it.
Another technical ending.
Mm.
Interesting, huh?
It's very interesting.
Is that so easy to win? Not so easy to win this.
So Natalia won the game, as well as Anna.
So Ukraine won the match.
Anna Ushanina, I'm just trying to check her. She drew. Oh yeah. They have already like 2.5, so it's enough to win.
Sure. Just this game. This might be the last game to finish today.
Yeah. it's the last
Maria
game.
White against Karolina Luchan.
What happened? Maria lost on time? Oh, let's.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, let's get back in the game and zoom. Something happened. I think time went to 0. No? Oh, okay. For
So Black lost on
Carolina,
time?
yes.
You think?
Yeah, she.
Was
Well,
it, was
that's
it
a
a lost
victory
position, do you
for-
think?
For Ukraine.
I suppose it's winning for White, but still some... It must be, yeah.
This must be winning.
Would have been nice to see this game played out, the finish. To
Yeah.
have seen how...
How to win.
It looks like, do you think it was a win on time?
Seems like they played a lot, because this moved 92.
92, yeah.
Oh, wow. Maybe it's draw?
No,
Needs
I'm
them
sure
to
White's winning
know
this
it
position, but...
to win.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that
Exciting.
actually makes second round over. I think all the games are finished. Or Mary's still playing. Oh wow, that rook end game. No way. Let's take
the
a
4
look.
against 3 is it still playing?
Let's take a look at that. They are still
Still playing, okay, let's have a look. Wow,
Oh wow.
100 moves have been played.
And here we have a handshake. That's a draw handshake,
Fine,
right?
it was a draw.
So
Well.
this is a tie, 2-2. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting results. We're gonna see more of fights, more of excitements, and
Well, some very long and hard-fought
love-
games here.
yeah, a lot of dramas too. We want to see dramas. Why not? Tomorrow at 3 p.m. That's gonna be third round.
Yes,
And then later the same day we're gonna have fourth round.
round, yeah.
At 6 p.m. Central European time. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Keti.
For the commentaries and
It's been fun, huh? It's been fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And we'll come back tomorrow. So please make sure that you also join us tomorrow. So bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Barcelona means relaxing. It means flying. Barcelona means discovering. It's a fairy tale with princesses and dragons. It's sharing. Barcelona means touching the sky. Barcelona means stopping time. Barcelona is life. It's love. Barcelona is unique. It means countless likes. Which Barcelona do you know? Discover them all at barcelonaismuchmore.com.